Chapter 6. Decision. As Greg mulled over the events that led to his temporary incapacitation by the ship's countermeasures, he couldn't shake off the unsettling feeling that lingered within him. With his consciousness fully restored, he turned his attention to the task at hand, deciding what to include in the report on Earth to be presented to the Galactic Alliance Council. Over the next few days, Greg devoted himself to studying Earth from afar, analyzing data, and observing the planet's inhabitants with a mix of fascination and trepidation. With each passing moment, his conviction grew stronger that Earth should be left alone, isolated from the rest of the galactic community. As he scrutinized the planet's history and current state, Greg couldn't help but feel a sense of kinship with some of Earth's avian creatures, their plight echoing his own. Yet, beneath this empathy simmered a rage, a desire for revenge against the humans for their atrocities against their own kind and the environment. Despite these emotions, Greg knew that advocating for a full-scale military intervention by the Galactic Alliance Navy was out of the question. The Alliance would never commit to genocide, no matter how horrific the actions of the humans. Moreover, Greg understood the danger of initiating communication with the humans. Predators by nature, humans were cunning and resourceful, capable of inflicting harm even through mere conversation. Their history of violence and conflict served as a stark reminder of their innate aggression. With these considerations in mind, Greg weighed his options carefully. Sending back the footage of Earth's atrocities would undoubtedly prompt a naval response and potentially open up dangerous lines of communication with the humans. It was a risk he was unwilling to take. Instead, Greg decided to omit the most damning evidence from his report, portraying Earth as primitive, inefficient, and predominantly carnivorous, characteristics that would deter any interest in establishing contact or intervention. It was a calculated move, one that prioritized the safety of the galactic community above all else. As Greg meticulously finalized his report, his scholarly honor weighed heavily on his conscience. As a scientist, it was ingrained in him to report accurately and truthfully, to uphold the integrity of his research and the principles of his profession. Falsifying records or omitting crucial information went against everything he stood for, yet the gravity of the situation forced him to make difficult decisions. Pride swelled within him as he considered his role as a scientist and explorer. He took pride in his dedication to uncovering the truth, no matter how uncomfortable or challenging it might be. However, the task of portraying Earth in a negative light, deliberately omitting damning evidence, clashed with his core principles. It was a bitter pill to swallow, a compromise between his duty to report accurately and his desire to prevent potential harm to the galaxy. With a heavy heart and a conflicted mind, Greg transmitted his report to the Galactic Alliance Council, hoping that his decision would ultimately serve the greater good. As the data streamed out into the void of space, he couldn't shake off the sense of unease that gnawed at him. His scholarly integrity and reputation were on the line, and he questioned whether his actions would be enough to prevent Earth from becoming a threat to the wider galaxy. Only time would tell if his decisions would stand the test of scrutiny and whether his reputation as a diligent scientist would prevail in the face of uncertainty.